Okay, so you already know. Last year we chose 4 Dolings to raise up in the hopes that 1 to 2 of them would have what it takes to become a breeding doe. We fell in love with the 2 little red girls from our prized doe Daphne, Odd Little Raven from our grandma doe Tilly, and Prim was shipped all the way from Oregon in hopes that her genetics would add some new blood to our herd. We spent the last year raising them, training them, showing them, and finally breeding them. Today, each doe is a new mama with, yes, a new udder. And today we are finally going to compare and see who wins as being the best of the bunch.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love.
Okay, the time has finally come for us to assess the junior Dolings and decide who is gonna stay as a breeding doe. All right, here is the comparison of Dolly and Riva's udder. Now, to be truthful, I kind of had some initial thoughts as they were developing, and some of you guys that followed me on Instagram probably, you know, caught on to those. One of the things I noticed with the red girls is that they both had high rumps, unfortunately, like Napoleon, their sire. And so while their udders could be good, I just wasn't in love with that higher rump, because having a higher rump can contribute to like overall sort of breakdown of the body as they get older. So I was really disappointed in that, but I wanted to see how they freshened. I was really surprised at the big difference between Dolly and Riva, because Dolly's is definitely smaller and is almost like a little bit twisted, which is so weird. I would have never guessed that. Now in the goat world, it actually should be opposite, because Dolly is nursing, or was nursing, quads till one of them passed away. But right now she's nursing triplets, whereas Riva's nursing twins. So the one that's nursing more should have more when I take away the babies at night and let those udders fill up. The one that's had more stimulation or demand on the udder should in theory be bigger. So I was kind of surprised at the difference between the two. I kind of made an initial decision about 4 months ago that I decided if Riva and Dolly were identical, then I would go with personality, just for the reason that I'm going to take care of the goat all the time and lead it up on the stand and walk it in the ring, and I need one that's going to be a little bit better, well behaved, and that was Riva. Riva's been a sweet little doe from the beginning and really easy to handle and take care of and lead around the yard, and the fact that she has the better udder, it just solidifies it for me. So while I'm still not quite as in love with that higher rump, I think that we should keep Riva for another year, see how she develops, see if we can breed her to a buck that maybe has a little bit better top line. I'm looking at you, Finnick. And then maybe we'll have some better results, because I just love that udder. I'm so excited about it. So what's the ideal udder and why do we care? Well, we care because the health of an udder contributes to the health of the animal later on. And so what we're looking for, it's not just a beautiful udder. We're looking for a well-attached, capacious, balanced udder. We don't want one that's lopsided. We don't want one that's super tiny or even super big, or one that hangs down far. We want just a nice balance. So we want it to be nice and attached well at the top. We want good teeth placement. We want a nice U shape at the top. I mean, that's the dream udder, right? But we're just hoping for improvement. We're gonna take our girls and try to improve them. Now, for Raven, I loved from the beginning Raven's width. And we knew that that came from Tilly mostly, probably not as much from Zorro. But Zorro had really good dairy skin, so I was really curious to see how that combo worked out. And Raven has the most soft, easy to milk udder, but she has Tilly's itty bitty udder. So I don't know if we really improved production, which I was hoping that Zorro would maybe pass that along as well, but I don't know if we got that. I think we got Tilly Billy's tiny little udder. And I think the only thing that would make me ignore that tiny udder and just keep her and see if we could get it bigger the next year would be if she had good teat placement, but she doesn't. She has teats that go out to the side, and as you guys know, when the teats go out to the side, they rub on the leg, they can introduce more bacteria into the udder and cause mastitis, infections, things like that. So the ideal udder just needs a little bit better teat placement. Then looking at Prim, the whole reason that I brought Prim here was because her dam has my favorite udder of all time. It's high, it's well attached, it's soft, it has good teat placement, has good balanced amount of production. And did we get that through Prim? I think that we did. So Prim's udder is nice and soft, easy to milk, just like Raven's, well attached, and Prim doesn't really have any problems that I can see body conformation wise, so she seems to be developing into a pretty sweet little doe. So between Raven and Prim, I'm gonna choose Prim. Prim has the better udder, the better attachments, better teat placement, and she has that nice soft udder that Raven already has. So Raven is going to leave us. She still has some great traits, so she'll go to a farm that can work with her. And then I know a lot of you guys aren't gonna like this, but Dolly, it seems like Dolly's gonna be the one to leave out of the red girls. The reason why I wouldn't keep both is because I have so many babies that I'm raising up and a lot of excitement for the future. So if I ever wanna keep babies in the future, I've gotta make hard cuts like this. Dolly definitely has those blue eyes and moon spots that everybody loves, and it is really cute. But in the end, I think it's a lot smarter to go with the one that is gonna have the better body type, the better udder structure, and maybe just a little bit easier of a personality as I work with her. So I think that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if this was your farm, what you would choose. If you could only pick two, would you keep both the red girls? Would you keep Prim and Raven? Or would you keep some other combination? But overall, I'm pretty excited to raise up Riva and Prim and see how they develop. So we're gonna let Riva and Prim grow throughout this year. We'll milk test them. We'll see how they do, and hopefully they make it to the next cut next year. This is kind of like Survivor.
Yes? No.
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Okay.
And then yes.
Okay, so you already know.
I already know.
Like, I'm looking at the shape and you're looking at the texture of what it's like to milk.
How else do I judge it by?
Well, I guess since we're just using the machine now, it doesn't really matter too much. But
not.
yeah, those udders are important. Oh, she's way too big.
Oh man.
I thought for a second that they'd be able to hop through it, but I guess not.
They're big now.
They can get their head through, but that's it.
That's it.
Good job. Did good. Okay guys, introducing Kevin's favorite craft of all time.
It should be DaNelle's line of fences.
Look at that. I had him build a fence all the way across. For why? What? For what do you ask? For the goats, obviously.
DaNelle likes fences.
Well, we needed a way for them to be safe because we have the irrigation canal. We have fences into each neighbor's yard on, let's go back, for each side for access. The neighbors also have dogs that come right up to the fence, and my biggest fear is having a goat attacked by a dog. Obviously coyote would be pretty bad too, but the dog is a threat that's every day, and I just worry about these little babies being out here, but I want the babies to be raised in the pasture this year. So that was the plan, and Kevin built me a whole dang fence.
It ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere. And he was pretty ingenious on this part right here, because we need this port to stay open, but we don't want the goats to slide underneath it. So he put, what's it called? Our old little bridge up here. And they can't get under that. Kevin also built a nice heavy duty gate so we can get back here and do our irrigation.
It weighs about 500 pounds.
Hey, but you know what we didn't mention is that you got all of this off of Craigslist for super cheap.
This is a craft from one of you viewers, listed it on Craigslist. And then I met him and it was cool. So I got it for super cheap because he cut down his old fence and was gonna throw it away.
Oh my gosh. Oh, don't show what view? It's straight like that. It's just, you know, maybe the height is a little bit off.
The ground isn't very level over there.
Come on, goats. Here they all come running.
What's good about Luna is she's tall. So she trims our trees at exactly this level.
She does.
All the way around.
She has a purpose. Oh, she's gonna share with Willow.
Yeah.
Hurry up, Willow, try to get one.
Willow's her buddy.
Tilly, are you stuck? Are you stuck? Or did you forget how to get out of there? There you go. There you go. Oh, Tilly. There you go. Poor old Tilly. Can't remember a dang thing. We get about 2 weeks of spring here, and the garden is already starting to bolt, which means things are gonna start drying up soon, and so we're gonna make a really good salad. Rainbow chard is one of those greens that stays fresh for longer, so we're gonna use that as the base of our salad, along with a few carrots that are just about ready to pick. My ayatollah onions are pretty much done. They've started to fall over, and then we'll be picking the bulbs soon. But right now, I can use the actual tops. In the front yard orchard, the mulberries have just started to come on, and we have lots. So we're gonna use this as a sweet part of our salad. I wish all of these things would last us through the whole summer, but we live in one of the hottest parts of the world, so we have to enjoy it even if it's just for a short time. We'll chop up the rainbow chard. It's a little more earthy than lettuce, but it's loaded with nutrients. So it's a really good change to the regular old romaine or iceberg. After it's chopped up, we'll shred the carrots, add that to the salad, dice up these onion tops, and then for the mulberries, I'm gonna remove the stems and then I'll just lightly chop them. Mulberries taste like a combination of a strawberry and a blueberry. So they are the perfect addition to a salad. For our dressing, we're gonna keep it really simple. We've got olive oil, red wine vinegar, mustard, and a little bit of honey from our beloved honey bucket. I topped it with a little bit of goat cheese that I had in the freezer from last year. Once these bottle babies are all weaned, I'm going to make all sorts of cheeses and caramels and all sorts of things from my goat's milk. You'd be surprised how much milk those bottle babies drink. And then that's it. This is my perfectly beautiful spring salad to enjoy just for a short time, but it is delicious. Newt! Come here. Oh, he's already right here. Newt is huge now, guys. And the only one that is taking the bottle is actually Lancelot. These two are weaned, but Newt definitely wants more food. And I think he's gonna get just as big as regular old Weathers.
Oh, yeah.
So it's official, Newt leaves us today for his new home. He's gonna go as a Weather, which is basically a pet. He's a big boy now.
He is. Strong too. He's fast, jumps high.
Yep. Now, I know a lot of you guys wanted us to keep Newt, and while we love him, we just can't keep so many pets. We already keep so many of our retired girls that we would have a whole farm full of pets if we ever kept any Weathers. So,
we're not allowed to keep that many on our property.
So when you see boys born here, odds are we're not gonna keep them unless we raise them up as a buck, which is really, really rare.
Yeah.
So little Newt's gonna go to a cute little family with little kids that are gonna love him to death.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
He still thinks you're gonna give him something.
Yeah.
You've got a little heart on your forehead. Did you know that? It's cute. Time to go to your new home, little Newt.
Say goodbye to your bros.
Let's do one last goodbye. Tilly, say goodbye to your little boy that you don't even care about. Oh, yeah, there we go. Finnick, come say goodbye to your son that you've never met. First meeting. Hi, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
He don't care none. Did you guys get stuck over here in the irrigation?
You guys have never seen this before.
Okay, it's time again for irrigation.
Yeah, there's always a dry up period in the winter time because they clean up all the canals, they take all the fish out of the canals and then do all the cleanup. But then now we start in the spring and bring all the lakes, all the water from the lakes down to the valley and water all our grass and crops in the farms.
In the beginning here, we don't get as much water, and then as it gets hotter and it gets drier, we get more water. So right now, it's not very much. One of our most common comments is, isn't this a waste in the desert? But it's actually more resourceful. It's much less wasteful than sprinklers. So surprisingly, this is one of the best ways to water Arizona pastures. Well, Tilly and Honey and Daphne and her two girls, Winona and Shania, decided to come up here on the mound, but they're not gonna be able to make it to the food, so guess who has to carry them over? Goats hate water, so this is like torture for them to have to walk through it. You can do it. Keep going. Oh, there goes Honey. Keep on going. Good job.
So strong.
She's so smart. Going. Come on, babies. Oh, they don't want to go. Come on.
Come on.
There you go. Keep going. You just got to do it. Come on. You just got to go for it. Keep going. You made it.
Nobody
Look.
left behind.
Alright guys, thanks for joining us in today's video. We are going to change a few things up and we are going to post once a week now, probably in the middle of the week. As the weather gets hotter here and we move to our show season, we need a little bit more time to prep everything and get ready. So we'll probably post sometime in the middle of the week, like a Wednesday or a Thursday, and that's gonna be the season of our life right now. But thanks for watching and we'll see you next week.